Hello everyone. Hello. Um, Welcome to this special webinar. Um, we have tonight two experts directly from Luxembourg. I'm very proud. Um, and for this webinar happen, the Startup Weekend Cybersecurity from São José, Santa Catarina, Brazil, promote an event. And for this reason, we are here tonight. The Luxembourg School of Business, LSB, kindly uh, promote this opportunity between us and Incubo, Portugal leading incubation center, support this channel here on YouTube. So, my name is Marines Garcia. I'm the coordinator of the Cybertech Acceleration Program, and I organizer of the Techstars Startup Weekend. And this event happening in São José, Santa Catarina, from April 25, 26, and 27, all about cybersecurity. And science AI is the topic of the moment. Professor Naveen, or just Naveen Sharma, and the LSB team proposed this webinar to explore its connection with cybersecurity. Tonight's agenda is packed with insights from two incredible speakers. Naveen Sharma, CEO of Aimpact, I don't know is this pronunciation, and AI Concealed Leader, digital transformation expert, and professor at LSB with decades of experience with tech strategy. Welcome, Naveen. And Christina Veiga, global marketing strategy, digital innovation guru, now shaping LSB disruptive education vision. Thank you, Christina. Um, After each presentation, we'll have a Q&A session, but feel free to drop your questions in the YouTube chat now. I will be watching closely, so let's dive into the future AI and cybersecurity. We Are you ready? Let's go. Naveen, welcome. Can you introduce you? I'm very proud with your presentation now.
Hi, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Naveen Sharma. I have been in the technology space for more than 20 years, helping large organizations in digital transformation and other areas. Last 6, 7 years have been in AI specifically, so I'm pleased to be here. And of course, I'm a lecturer at the Luxembourg School of Business, taking care of artificial intelligence and innovation space in digital. So looking forward.
Thank you, Navi. What happened tonight here?
Okay, so tonight is a little bit of taster of how we conduct our artificial intelligence courses at the MBA. So I'm going to give you a taster of what the courses will look like. And after that, perhaps we can have a conversation about AI and specifically in Luxembourg and EU context, as your questions could be.
Perfect. So let's go. The screen is yours.
Here we go. Okay. So what you're seeing is the title of the course or of the module I teach is AI-enabled digital transformation. I think it's important to understand AI is an enabler towards digital transformation. And as you know, digital transformation is the way for the businesses to engage with technology in order to get the competitive advantage or differentiation. So I don't want to forget the context. We are a business school, so everything has to be linked to the business. So Moving on, technology challenges. So here we are. So again, a brief introduction of my module. At the end of this is about 30 hours of lecture in the real world. And what we expect the students to do is to be able to appreciate the AI concepts a little bit more than just what is out there for the normal public. So that will help them apply artificial intelligence in a more informed manner, perhaps getting to the right potential for the organization. So I promote for my students, and nowadays, at least AI first strategy when you are putting a new technology or putting a new solution, go for AI first. That will perhaps, hopefully, give you a better advantage upfront. I'm sorry, there's a slight lag in the slides, so slight transition can be a little bit delayed. So the course contents as such will be, we start with introducing AI to the students, then we go straight away into the application for different industries. Depending upon the class, there could be combination of industries we would cover. We'll perhaps use the case studies mainly to explore how AI is contributing to those industries. We, as applicable, can go a little bit deep into the AI models, not necessarily developing the models, but explaining the art around it, so that as managers, when you go into the business, you can understand how the models are developed, what are their limitations, how we can enhance them better, and some other considerations. Of course, very important when being ethical and legal considerations, as we will cover a little bit further on. We then go into say how we can utilize AI for competitive advantage, so on and so forth. The 30 hours course is concluded with the capstone project presentations. These are group presentations where they will demonstrate their learning from the course. And there have been some fantastic presentations I've been privileged to view. So before we understand artificial intelligence, let us understand what is natural intelligence. Of course, I'm not trying to explain that to you. Everybody knows what is natural intelligence, but this is just one of the definitions, is the ability to learn from experience, to solve problems and adapt to situations. We as humans, we do it all the time, right from the childhood as we go along. AI is no different. So now what we are doing is complementing natural intelligence with artificial intelligence. That is our attempt, human attempt, to develop artificial solutions. About the same definition remains the same. Instead of experience, we learn from historic data, and the machines are able to respond. Very important to know who is learning, the machines are learning. Hence, you may come across the term machine learning. That's where the term comes. But to be able to learn, machine learning is an example of the way AI learns. But let's move on. And of course, how it is important for me when I talk about AI, just again, relating natural intelligence to artificial intelligence, how they behave, how the humans behave, and how the machines will behave. Machines will not be able to think upfront when they are using models. They will be able to infer based on the historic data, so on and so forth. I will not necessarily go through the contents of it, but this gives you some understanding of key differences between machine learning and human learning. When we go into the real course, I'm fascinated with the brain, such a powerful object within the humans, and it has so many capabilities. I'm a learner. I keep getting amazed by the brain every day, and more three things come out. So, but for the purpose of this, brain does multiple things. It learns, it stores, processes, sensing, whether the input is visual or speech. We are able to language translate, so on and so forth. So, as I said, artificial learning is just trying to imitate brain functions. So for each of these areas, there is a separate stream of AI which is promoting it. Of course, there are number of them: machine learning, robotics, computer vision, natural language. I'm sure you would have come across some of that. Generative AI, ChatGPT is part of NLP and generative AI. We will briefly touch one of these. Let's touch on machine learning. As we discussed earlier, machine learning is nothing but teaching the machines based on historic data. So a little bit more detail very quickly how that works is we give the machine historic data, some sort of historic information. We will call it training data. For example, suppose we are giving them information about prices of the houses. So the parameters for the houses could be number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, how many parkings they have got, where is the location. There could be some other parameters. We call this as the features. So we'll provide that features. Based on that feature, some price is decided for the house and houses sold. As I said, this is the historic data. So that's the training data. Based on that data, the algorithm learns. It learns, okay, based on the changes, the one bedroom, two bedroom, parking, and all those variables, such and such is the price. So if we provide AI with information about, let us say, 10,000 such sales in a specific area, after that, the model is smart enough, is learned enough to be able to predict the house pricing. So once the model is there, the next house which comes to the market for a estate agent, for example, they can put that information in the model and say, I have so many bedroom, da da da. What is the price? And the model will predict that price. So again, those who with a statistical background will say this information is there. You can also use statistical models. So yes, you can. There is some overlap. End of the day, AI is also utilizing a lot of mathematics, a lot of science to it. But yes, statistical models are the most close relation to that. But this is one example of machine learning. There could be other examples of machine learning. Another one simple one is the first one we talked was more about the numeric data, but it could be, for example, image processing. Similar logic applies. You give the machine some labeled images. In this case, it could be fruits. It will look at those images. Then it will go through an algorithm called filtering, where it will identify certain characteristics, certain features of these images given to it. For example, there are curves, there are coloring, there is shading, so on and so forth. And then it will use that information to further analyze and finally come into the category of whatever fruits we are doing that. Again, it's a very high level brush. When we go into the course, we perhaps back this up with some real examples to show how this really works. But conceptually, that is how machine learning works. Now, of course, what I showed are very specific types of machine learning, what I call it supervised machine learning. Supervised learning means we provide the data along with the labels, and based on the data and labels, it is the machine is able to predict the outcomes. The very simple one is the regression learning, where it can be predicted. For example, based on the weather, based on the current day of the week, it can predict how many ice creams will be sold, whether it is at a shop or it is an ice cream van. That is a very simple example of regression. It goes further into other classifications. So I will take one, for example, binary classification, where the answer could be just one of the two, yes or no, for example. I am also very much fond of the healthcare sector. I work with the healthcare sector. So, for example, if you are diagnosing a particular condition, let's say any of the diseases. Let's say tuberculosis is one area uh, we are working on. So looking at the X-rays, the machine should be able to decide based on historic data whether this X-ray is infected with a particular condition or not. So that's an example, so on and so forth. There are other types of machine learning, clustering, where you don't actually provide the labels, but you give the information to the computer, and based on the features, computer will be able to extract different type of actions, again using AI principles. Some of the challenges you come across AI when you're doing such kind of models. Very important, as they say, data is the oil of the new oil for the industry. I don't know how long oil will survive. So in AI, data is the new gold. Without data, AI does not make sense. So the quality of data is extremely important, and the availability, let me also add, availability in ethical manners when it comes to some sensitive data like healthcare data, or even otherwise finance data. It will be very sensitive, so you will have to have a good quality data to be able to make meaningful decisions. So I would expect my students to be able to appreciate the importance of this data and how you can obtain those data and utilize that data to make the algorithm more predictable, more accurate. Similarly, bias is important. From where the data is being sourced, are we going for a particular kind of data and hence risking losing other type? It could be gender. So if we are doing some analysis and if we are taking data which is biased towards one particular gender, that would be problem in terms of forecasting the output model, so on and so forth. These are some practical examples of machine learning. I mean, you have been seeing this day in, day out in your life. I am sure a lot of you would be Amazon users, and a lot of you would be getting the advice that based on your buying history, these products could be suitable for you. Your social media users, for example, LinkedIn would go and advise you. How about you can go and join friends with certain particular individuals, you can connect with them. That all is based upon machine learning algorithms. Certainly, use cases in finance, whether based on your credit scoring and your transaction history, finance can determine what is the chances an individual is going to be defaulting on a particular loans or some other conditions. They use these algorithms for years now to be able to predict about the performance of the individuals, and so on and so forth. Healthcare, manufacturing, warranties. I don't know of any industry which is not using AI at the moment to make those predictions. So whatever industry you are going in, chances are you already will come across AI. Yet it is a very new field. There is a lot to be done in there, and certainly an exciting field. I look forward to contribute to that. Thank you for that. And back to you, Maurice, for any questions.
Thank you so much, Navi. Is a deep topic, and we have so many opportunities. And this view, for this point of view, is so important when I have a moment with everybody talk about ChatGPT and assistant and and I don't see, I didn't see this point of view yet. And thank you so much for your explain. And when you explain your content, Andres from Brazil. I know who is Andres. Um, comment here on chat. Good afternoon. It's a very interesting and necessary topic nowadays. And this is it. Sorry. Remove. Naveen, Naveen. Um, about this topic, what opportunities uh, you see for small companies? Because big companies usually have a budget for invest and for introduce these technologies. But small companies, what strategies? You what do you see about it?
Yeah. I think one important thing is yes, you are very right, Marines. The big companies have got the budget and all, but as they say, it is not easy to make the big ship turn or make the elephant move. So I think small companies have the advantage to adapt or to adopt to the likes of AI at a much faster speed without putting much risk. So that is one advantage they will have. Almost any area, so they can take a leapfrog jump into the areas. And nowadays, AI technologies are available either on the cloud or on a specific configuration. They should be able to utilize them more efficiently.
Good, good. So Jojo, I don't know who is Jojo, but he or she comment here. It you be interesting to learn more about AI in architecture and construction fields.
Okay. Yes,
Okay,
absolutely, Jojo. So sorry if I may take it. Is absolutely right. It in architecture as well as construction. I work for Luxembourg. Also happens to be the headquarter for the largest steel company in the world, which is ArcelorMittal. So I had the privilege to view some of their operations in infrastructure. So they supply material to infrastructure. So intelligent devices, IoT, and that combined with the power of AI. And I would repeat again what I said earlier is AI should not be seen in isolation. AI combined with IoT and other technologies can really do wonders in terms of speeding, in terms of accuracy, in terms of architectural performance. So yes, absolutely correct.
yeah, yeah. I see the technology, AI technology applied and uh, uh, industry for dot zero. I don't know how I can explain about
Yeah.
it, but usually we see AI applied on customers, but now the big industries have technologies with AI. But
Oh, absolutely. Whether it is manufacturing, and one of the huge
yeah,
areas,
yeah,
potential areas is manufacturing. You're right, Marines Industries, Industry 4.0. Everywhere you look about it, AI will, whether it is predictive, fault prediction, whether it is improving the performance of the plant. Of course, the customer area is very well known. What shall I say? Consumer demand or the quality, other every area AI would certainly touch on that.
yeah.
That's why I'm
So
saying we are touching the tip of the iceberg. So everybody is rushing towards that. I don't know if I can take the risk of saying that in next few years, if you are not, AI will become like a household thing if it is not already.
So, Andres have a new question. It's possible to build a personal AI on personal computers. If so, what kind of softwares and technology are necessary?
Andre, I think the question will have to be uh, considered a bit more into detail. Yes, it is possible to build your own AI agents or AI models, but that will still have to reference some powerful computing power. But once the model is developed, you can keep it on your machine, slightly bigger machine, and run it. But the easier option is, so for what I do, for example, the likes of ChatGPT, which are the large language models, They will allow you to develop your own personal models, which they will guarantee the confidentiality, so on and so forth. That will work for you. So easier answer probably would be create an AI agent based on the large language models who have spent a fortune, and it will solve your purpose. So I thoroughly enjoy talking to my machine. I call it Amanda, and Chris would have seen the example also. And it is wonderful what it can do to your house setups and other things.
Yeah, yeah. It's a big sea for explore and show opportunities. So thank you, Andres. Uh, Naveen, I work with cybersecurity startups, and nowadays we see many topics about this interaction and between AI and cybersecurity.
Mhm.
So, how can how the startups can explore this opportunity uh, with a context, with face IDs, with fake faces. Um, how the startups can explore these opportunities?
So Maurice, you mentioned a very good point. Of course, cybersecurity is something which is moving at almost as rapid pace as AI, if not faster. So we have to continuously being on the toes to take care of cybersecurity. The challenge is the speed with which you perform this detection. So yes, you rightly said whether it is fake faces or certain threats coming to your organization, and they could be at a very fast pace. So AI should be able to look at the data, should be able to look at, or I'm saying should because obviously it is changing, enhancing every day, but generally it will be able to look at your pixel level, your face data, and be able to say whether it is a real image or it is a fake image. Real image will always have imperfection in one way or other. Fake image will be too perfect to identify. So that could be one criteria. But there are algorithms which will allow AI to do far more better job than what any other technology can do. And this is also the fundamentally true for healthcare. There are areas which AI can detect, humans still cannot. The models are still under development, but you need faster machines. Still, the technology is not fast enough to get to some of those technologies.
Good, good. Thank you. So for finish, Naveen, we have a Brazilian person watch now, and I'm based in Portugal now. How your view about the possibilities in Europe with AI technology?
See, one is, and I don't think any countries or any region is an exception, but every country or every region is trying to use AI to create differentiation. Or forget AI, every country is trying to create a differentiation. And for Europe, it is definitely a huge focus area, especially in lights of all the geopolitical issues and all. Europe is very keen to develop its own capability, its own solutions, and it is funding in hundreds of billions to promote that. We sit at the heart of Europe. So Luxembourg happens to be one of the founding members of Europe. So what you get in Europe is opportunities because maybe some other areas are a bit more mature than Europe in certain ways. But it has a very good infrastructure. B, it has the funding, the right funding, and C, the ecosystem is set up and that is building very fast. So if you are, you know, from whichever part of the world, in fact, Europe is inviting. I've come across people from Brazil, from Korea, from Africa, or whatever different reasons, coming to Europe because of all these all investment opportunities and the mature market which is ready to use AI.
Good, good. So, thank you so much, Naveen. How can people can connect with you? LinkedIn. If somebody go to LSB on Luxembourg, how can connect with you?
Certainly, my name is there. If you search for my name and Luxembourg, hopefully, I'm still the only one in Luxembourg. There will be thousands of Naveen Sharma, but if you search by my name or LSB, then you will certainly find me. Will be my pleasure to connect, and if any way I can help. I enjoy talking to people, and of course, from different nationalities. One of my hobbies is, of course, travel, and I've traveled recently.
Perfect. So, Naveen Sharma, thank you so much for your explain for your previous AI topics. It's so very interesting. Now, we hear Christina Veiga, but Naveen, thank you so much. I will let you go. And so this is it.
My pleasure. Thanks for being here, and over to you. Thanks.
Good.
Thank you,
Thanks so
Naveen.
much.
Thank you, Marinish.
Christina, thank you so much. Yeah, Christina is a global market strategist, is storytelling specialist too, I know. And Christina, what you show now, what you show for our persons here on chat on all all countries.
So first, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, and welcome to this special live session. My name is Christina, and I'm thrilled to be here with you today and to dive deep into everything that makes LSB a top destination for ambitious professionals from around the world. And yes, I am working for Luxembourg School of Business. I am a storyteller. I am a very good marketing and communication expert. Yes, and I'm here to exchange with you and to exchange with the people live.
Perfect. I'm very proud of you here today night in Portugal, today night in Luxembourg, and today evening in Brazil. So I share the presentation here, okay, Christina, and you talk about your topics. This is the right presentation for you move the slides.
Yes, I will move the slides. So welcome again. At LSB, we are proud to be the first and only business school accredited by the Luxembourg Ministry of Higher Education and Research. And we are also on the path to the AAS, the AACSB accreditation. So it's the golden standard for business schools worldwide. So this is a big achievement. So we have been working really hard for the past years to achieve this accreditation, and we're almost there. So our faculty is made up of professors that come from prestigious institutions such as Harvard Business School, MIT, Bocconi, and many more. And those professors, they bring not only world-class academic knowledge, but they also bring their real-world expertise from working with global companies. So today, I'm excited to tell you more about our two flagship MBA programs. So we have the weekend MBA program and the full-time MBA program, and both programs are designed for professional growth so that you achieve growth in your career. um, I'm going to the next slide. So as I was saying, we are working really hard to get this accreditation. It's really important for us so that we are recognized worldwide. And our mission is to, well, give and provide an inspiring multicultural learning environment. This is very important for us, and Luxembourg is the perfect place for it because it's super international. This is our LSB campus. So we are in the city center of Luxembourg, which is great, a great location with lots of opportunities to be in contact with many different companies. So we are close to many companies, big companies, small companies, and it's an opportunity for our students also to be in contact with the professional world and with all those international expats coming to Luxembourg to work in Luxembourg. So our weekend MBA is perfect for working professionals. It's a 24-month program with classes held 2 weekends per month, Friday evenings and all day Saturdays. It's taught in English, and it has intakes in March and in September. As I was saying, it has intakes in March and in September, and it is designed to help you level up your career without putting your your professional career on pause. So you can work and study at the same time. You can also access the executive education programs that we have, and they are for free for the people that are working, that are doing the weekend MBA. We also organize international study trips, and if you opt, for example, for a double degree with Boston University, you can specialize in fields like project management and risk management. So the full-time MBA, for those ready for an immersive journey, the full-time MBA is a 12-month program with classes held every day of the week. It is an ideal program if you're looking to make a bold career move. In fact, 77% of our students achieve a promotion and a career change or a salary increase after they graduate. And speaking about salaries, our students report an average of 30% salary increase. So 30% salary increase post MBA. So this is really extraordinary. And you'll gain also, if you decide to do the full-time MBA, you'll gain also hands-on experience through volunteer work, leadership workshops, and even you get the chance to do an optional paid internship in Luxembourg. So next slide. So as I was saying, our faculty, our professors come from very prestigious universities from around the world, like Hull International Business School or HEC Paris, and so on. So many international and prestigious universities. But they also work, so they bring their experiences into the classrooms and they share their experience with the students. So we have a practice-oriented curriculum. As you can see here, as I was saying, the weekend MBA is a 24-month program. The full-time MBA is a 12-month program. Our professors teach in English, so it's an English. The whole program is in English. And And you have, for example, you can select to do financial electives. For example, if you want, and if you see yourself working in the financial industry, you can opt to do the financial electives, for example. So this is our curriculum. It's not very clear in this image. I'm sorry. So, but anyhow, you can check also our curriculum on our webpage. Here it's the full-time curriculum, full-time MBA curriculum. And here it's a little bit about the financial electives. So as I was saying, you can select to do the financial electives if you want to increase your knowledge in that area, or if you see yourself working, for example, in a financial institution or bank or any other company where the finance is very important. So our students come from many different countries. We have a gender balance, so it's about 50-50%. In general, our MBA students have more than 10 years of work experience. And they come from all kinds of backgrounds. So they studied, for example, engineering or business or computer science, law, and so many other fields. They come from all kinds of fields. We also have a career center, and our career center is there to help our students progress in their career. So they are there to support our students in whatever ways are needed. Sometimes it's just, for example, doing the basics like preparing them for an interview or working on their CV. So our Career Center offers consultations from day one until even for our alumni. If you're an alumni, you can also still get access to our Career Center. As I was saying, so our MBA alumni, MBA students and alumni, they progress in the career. So as I was saying, 77% of our students and alumni have a progression in their career, or they switched, for example, company, or they got promoted, for example, and they get a salary increase of 30%. So let's talk a little bit about the MBA highlights and benefits. So all our students have access to all the executive education courses that we organize. So in 1, 2, or 3 days, you get really intensive courses on specific domains like AI or finance or marketing. There are many. You can even get on our site and check them out, for example, so that you have an idea of what we are teaching intensively to our students, but not only to our students. Many people, many managers from companies, from external companies come and do those executive courses, and our students get to work together with and interact with all those people coming from other companies doing the executive education, and also learn from each other and build their network. And then there is a double degree that you can do, for example. If you choose to do the MBA with us, you have the opportunity to be admitted at the Boston University and do the double degree. And you can select, for example, the project management master or risk management master, up to you to then decide what you want to do. We also organize really some events, for example, a regatta event where you get to work together as a team in real life, like, for example, putting in practice what you learned during the courses. And we have also, for example, a leadership workshop with the Army here in Luxembourg, where our students get to learn to lead in difficult situations, crisis situations, and get to put in practice those skills that they acquired during the classes. And it's a really engaging activity. We also offer some study trips, for example, to Dubai or New York or Singapore, where our students get to meet many leaders and many CEOs from different companies and get to learn about the culture and the way of making business in those countries. So why study here? Why study in Luxembourg? Well, Luxembourg, it's not just a beautiful place. It's also a business hub with a strong economy, with attractive salaries and plenty of job opportunities. In fact, employment has grown by 50% in the last 20 years. So this is more than double than the European average. And Luxembourg is also it's also incredibly international. So nearly half of the population is constituted of expats, and English is, the English language is widely spoken. And yes, Luxembourg is the first country in the world to offer free public transport. And because we are in such a great place in the center of Europe, we offer the possibility of our students to attend networking events, conferences, where they get to meet and talk to influential global leaders. So we invite those leaders to come and meet and talk to our students. So let's dive a little bit into the admissions requirements. So if you're interested in applying, the process is pretty simple. You need to submit the online application with your CV, with your motivation letter, and with your academic documents. And we also offer personalized admission support and to help you with every step that you take. So let's go to the next slide. So our next full-time MBA intake is in September. And the next weekend MBA intake is also in September, but the weekend MBA has two intakes, so the one in September and one in March. So what I can say is don't wait too long because our early bird deadlines are interesting. And they come with some benefit. Whether you're looking to advance in your current role or make a bold leap into a new industry, what I can say is that LSB is here to support you and your transformation. So now stick around because we are going to answer your questions. And thank you for joining us. Marie-Neige, I cannot hear you. You're muted.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Christina, thank you so much for your explain about this topic. I admit I'm a little busy. I have a dual citizenship with Luxembourg, and I have a previous experience in 2022 in Luxembourg, and this year I will come back, and I'm very excited too. I will visit LSB, and it's a great opportunity with you connect with no just with LSB, but you connect all the ecosystem. And about it, we have a question. The Thiago Vieira, Chris, is there any researchers hub with you? How we can access them?
So our professors are also researchers. So there is publications on our website. We do publish some of the articles from our professors. We have been mostly publishing the research or the articles from our dean at the moment, but yes, we could do better. I need to say we are a young university. We are about 10 years old only, so we are building everything from scratch. So it takes a bit time, but we are working in the right direction.
Good, good. I like it so much with this plus experience in group outside the classroom, and this creates the real vincles. I don't know, between the students, the
Yes,
professors,
the idea
the
is that
colleagues.
our students build strong relationships with each other because they become part of their network. So each student can become part of each one's network, and that is really great because you will grow together. The idea of all the MBA students is to grow and they have somehow the same target, the same goal, which is improve, which is acquire new skills, which is grow in their career. So they are all working in the same direction, and together they can grow together and help each other and yeah, build relationships that last. And those activities like the regatta or the army workshop are made for that, to create also strong relationships, not only to apply and learn about, for example, leadership in tough situations or strategy in really regatta action difficulties, because a regatta to be all together without having any prior experience and get into the water in the boat and try to win a race, uh, you need to be able to adapt and build strategies that make you win. So they are putting in practice all those skills that they learned during the MBA. Yes.
Perfect. Christina, we have the previous presentation with Professor Naveen Sharma. Is a big mind about AI. And they have 20 years in your career. And Jojo have a question about the professors. How often these professions you mentioned it in your presentation, MIT, teach at the school?
Well, the professors, they have well, they come to LSB to teach when they have classes. So they come each time that when they are needed. So if there are, for example, for the weekend MBA, if there is a class about macroeconomics, our professor will travel from the country he is in, and will travel to Luxembourg to teach our students. So it's all the times that it's, for example, every 2 weekends, there are professors coming and traveling to Luxembourg to teach our students.
Good.
I hope it
Uh,
answers the question.
yeah, yeah. If I uh, ingress in the courses, if MBA or other, and I see one professor in website, the LSB do this connection with my interests, with this professor.
So if you are interested in talking to a professor, you're very welcome. You are a student. You have contact with those professors. In fact, you are incentivized to ask questions to the professors, because, for example, if you are building your startup in Luxembourg and you need some help, you are welcome to ask the professors and ask them to help you out. And they are really keen on helping our students. So they are really there for helping you with whatever question you might have, whatever issue you might be facing. They're there to answer your questions and to help you out.
Good, good. Christina, I have a question. Could you share stories of the students who underwent a radical transformation after the MBA? Because I saw a great careers before the MBA. Do you remember any stories and of the transformation of the students?
I'm not sure what kind of transformation you're looking for, but for example, I was an MBA student. I did the MBA at the Luxembourg School of Business, and the MBA allowed me to progress in my career. So I could the advantage of doing the MBA, for example, while working for people that are doing the weekend MBA, is that you can apply directly your knowledge, and the your managers will see, your superiors will see that you are progressing in the right direction, and that's why many of our students get promoted. For the full-time MBA students, it's a little bit different because they stopped working. Many are financed. The companies finance their MBA, so when they get back, they get into a higher position. So they come with the idea of getting promoted, and their managers know that they will be promoted when they come back. Others prefer to quit their job, prefer to come, and our career center will start working with them from day one, and will support them so that at the end of the MBA they find a job in Luxembourg. And after when the student visa ends, for example, for those that need a visa, when the student visa ends, they get a work visa. They can ask for a work visa, so they can go and work. And our career center is there to help them out progress in their career and in Luxembourg. Or maybe you want to build a company in Luxembourg, and our professors are also there to help you out. So you will have, as part of the MBA, whatever MBA, the weekend or the full time, you will have classes to teach you about entrepreneurship, building companies, creating your pitch, whatever you need. And also they will help you out. You can go with your specific issues to the professors, and they will be glad to help you out and progress with your entrepreneurship projects.
Oh, it's the most important, connect with opportunities and show new ways, and it's really great.
Yes.
So I had a last question. Okay. I hit will have a 2 week summer business school course. Could you tell more about this opportunity? It's this year and in 2 weeks connected with the Luxembourg School of Business.
So yes, it's a unique opportunity for people that want to learn a little bit during 2 weeks about business, about Luxembourg and business in Luxembourg. So it's a great opportunity. If if your desire is to make a pause in your work, well, use your vacations, for example, to come to Luxembourg and learn about Luxembourg and business in Luxembourg, yes, it's a great opportunity. You will also get to visit Luxembourg. So you will also get to see some of the beautiful landscapes and taste some wine, for example, and so on. There are many activities organized so that you get to know a little bit more about Luxembourg, not only the business in Luxembourg, but also about the Luxembourg country and the multicultural environment that we are living in here.
Yeah, yeah. It's a great opportunity. I see. Probably I will go to Luxembourg because I have my tickets buy, and it's a little spoiler about my plans for this year with LSB. It's a great opportunity. We our time is over, and I saw Jojo have other collocations.
Other
Uh,
questions? Yes.
yeah, yeah. Can you? We
I
have a
can
time
answer
for
them.
answer.
I can answer
Okay,
them.
perfect. Um, This question is the right? Okay.
So, is it easy to shift the career, or is it easier to get hired by another company after getting the MBA at LSB? How obvious is it? What are the chances? So it really depends on what you want to do in the future. So if you want to really change your career, we will find a way for you to go into another career and to make that shift. We need to prepare, for example, the Career Center will work with you to prepare your CV, to put forward the skills that are needed in the new career. And we will teach you how to interview, for example, for those positions that you are looking for. But it might be tough depending on what kind of shift you want to do, what kind of transition in whatever career you want to do. So, but it's not impossible, it's possible. Maybe if it's a shift in well, where you anyhow have to prove that you know how to use your MBA skills, it might be a little bit easier depending on what you studied previously, what you did previously, and then depending on the preparation and your desires. Yes, I think it's possible.
Good, good. So, Christina, our time is over. One
Thank you very much.
hour. Um, your words for finish this transmission.
Well, I just want to thank everyone for joining us and hope to get in contact to you soon. You can find me on LinkedIn. You can connect with me. I'm happy to have a chat with you if you're interested, for example, in LSB, in the MBA programs. I'm really happy to inform you and guide you through the admissions process. Um, Otherwise, you can also contact me if you have other questions about. You can check out my LinkedIn so you can see a little bit about my career. So you can come up with other questions if you have also.
Perfect. Thank you. So, a huge thank you to your incredible speakers, Naveen Sharma and Chris Veiga, for sharing their groundbreaking insights about AI, about the courses in LSB, the opportunities in Luxembourg. To your amazing audience here, don't forget to subscribe here the Cybertech Acceleration, this channel on YouTube. You can review this transmission in the future. Uh, the summer business course at LSB is open to submit your in your personal plan about the summer. Techstars, Startup Weekend Cybersecurity in São José is open too. The attendees can participate. So thank you for your time. I see you in the next live here in Cyber Tech Acceleration channel. Thank you. Bye bye, Christina. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Bye bye, everyone. Thank you. Bye.